Welcome to the WRAL Daily Download. I'm Grace Holland. Cary-based SAS is celebrating 50 years as a global leader in technology. WRAL's Cristin Severance talked to CEO and founder Dr. Jim Goodnight about the company's beginnings and the future of AI. Here's that conversation.
Dr. Goodnight, thank you so much for doing this.
Certainly, we'd be glad to.
Talk about industries. What industries are using SAS?
Almost every major bank is using SAS for a credit card fraud. When you present a credit card to a merchant, we have 30 milliseconds to say yes or no whether or not we accept it. There's a lot of fast computing going on to decide, well, does this pattern of expenditure match this person's past history? Most every major pharmaceutical company uses SAS, and we have manufacturing as a big user.
Did you ever have any idea when you founded the company, it was going to grow into all of these industries?
No, we were hoping to make it through the first year, of course. We had just left, so all four of us that started the company had left with good paying jobs at NC State, where we had health insurance and everything, and we're going off on our own. Most of us were in our 30s by the time we left, and had kids, and that's one of the reasons we established sort of a 9-to-5 working time, because we had to drop kids off at school before we came to work. So we were one of the first 9-to-5 companies around.
Is that one of the reasons you really work to make this place so different?
Well, a lot of it goes back to the year I spent in Florida working on the Apollo program.
Ignition sequence start.
They had guards checking us in the morning, and they had machines in the hallway that dispensed stale coffee that you had to pay for, and it was just not a very friendly environment. When we moved out to Cary, there was a 2-lane road called Harrison that went into Cary, which is 3 or 4 miles away. And there were no places to eat out here.
SAS built a cafe on campus. It was just the beginning.
And then one of our founders, Jane Helwig, had a baby, and she was talking about quitting work and to raise her baby. And I said, well, let's do a daycare here for you.
Many of the benefits SAS pioneered are now industry standard. Google visited SAS to study its employee-first culture. What role do you think SAS has played in putting the state, North Carolina, on the map as a technology center?
Well, I think we've proven that it can be done. We've got some great universities right here with NC State and Carolina and Duke. So the recruiting of talent is fairly easy.
Let's take a quick break right there, and we'll be right back.
What advice would you give high school students wanting to go into the technology field?
Well, get involved in STEM. That's the thing that really makes a difference.
What advice would you give the next generation of innovators in North Carolina?
Well, I think they're going to have to be prepared to learn a little bit more about artificial intelligence. Generative AI has taken over the classical AI. The previous AI was built around using machine language to develop models to do forecasting with. Now Gen AI is being used to create answers to problems.
What about the criticism that thinking and trying to find the answer is part of the process?
Well, I agree. Generative AI is not going to replace humans. It can be used by humans to make the performance in their job a little bit faster and a little bit better. But humans need to be part of the loop.
What's ahead for SAS?
Well, we are adding right now a lot of generative AI features to SAS. When we find a money laundering situation, we will then use AI to explain exactly what we found. We don't use AI to produce answers, but we use it to try to explain the answers. We are working on a number of research areas. One of them is quantum computing. Quantum computing has made great strides in the hardware. The software is still lagging behind quite a bit because of the lack of algorithms that we can use to run, but we've got a dedicated group that are working on computation using those computers.
Many tech companies can't say they've made it to 50 years. How did you do that, and how are you planning to last another 50?
Well, I think one of the main reasons is that we have developed software that people need to use that answer questions to try to improve productivity, improve revenue, prevent credit card losses, prevent all sorts of fraud. The fact that we've always centered on developing products that are in demand has kept us, I think, in business for 50 years.
Why did you stay in North Carolina?
Well, I was born in North Carolina, and I was raised here in North Carolina, so North Carolina's home.
You said something in the documentary, something about people. If you treat people a certain way.
I say if you treat people like they make a difference, they will make a difference.
You can find the full interview on the WRAL YouTube page. Be sure to like and subscribe if you do. Thank you for listening to the WRAL Daily Download. Another great way to get WRAL news is the Morning Briefing newsletter. That's a daily email with Triangle news, events, and headlines to help you get ready for the day. You can sign up at WRAL.com/newsletter.